All right, everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of McMillan and Morrow. I'm Dr. Sean McMillan. Here's my co-host, Rich Morrow.
What up, though?
Yes, gotta get your
iPad.
There you go. Act like we're supposed to have a job.
Like we here. You didn't wait
and
for me.
I'm greeting the people. So thank you for watching. It's good to have you. Relax, take a seat, and this is going to be a rather interesting ride. The journey is always worth it, and so we're glad you're here. So, yes.
Episode 48.
Okay. The numbers.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So, diving into this, we're going to Switzerland. You haven't been to Switzerland.
No, I haven't.
According to The Atlantic, I think you would probably like it here based off of this story, by the way.
Switzerland?
Yes.
Probably not.
I know, it's a lot of... But listen, in Switzerland, you can be denied citizenship for being too annoying.
Now that I like.
See? I knew that was going to be a
I thought you were
selling
going to say
point.
for being too stupid.
No, for being too annoying.
I would like that more.
Yeah, hey, a woman, that's really your problem. Stupidity annoys the hell out of you. That's what it is.
I do not suffer fools.
A woman originally from the Netherlands has been residing in Switzerland for the past 34 years, right? And despite her long time being there and her fluency in the language, she's been denied citizenship multiple times. And the reason why is because she's an outspoken activist in strong opposition to the practice of placing large bells around the necks of cows, which is both a practical and ceremonial tradition in Switzerland. Her application for naturalization was initially approved, and then she was rejected by a community vote. So the community votes on this, where some attendees, booed her or whatever. But because of that, the vote denied her citizenship.
For cowbells?
Well, that's what she really, has an opposition to. But, ultimately the community voted that they don't like her, and that was why she gets denied her citizenship. So...
What is the point?
The fact that they actually deny people citizenship because a community deems this person annoying is crazy to me.
Well, your citizenship should not be, in all seriousness, should not be determined by the whims of other people. That's deeply problematic. Okay? Because if that was the case, a black person in this country would not be a citizen. Not a single one of us.
They call her the bell fighter because she, is fighting against these bells.
Yeah, okay, I'm past that. I'm having a much more meaningful moment. Okay, above and beyond the silliness of that story.
Well, the real problem with them that they feel is that she doesn't respect.
No. The real problem is
the
that,
local culture.
No, the real problem is your citizenship is voted on. That's the real problem.
That is crazy.
Did you read it right? Her
Yeah.
citizenship. Let me go to this one.
Yeah, there's two levels. There's
Okay.
there's the state level, which she passed, but then there's the communal level. I forgot the term they use, but basically, representatives from the actual local villages themselves will decide whether or not you were able to
be a part of the
citizen
community.
And because they felt like she was
okay.
disrupting the traditions of the local
got
community.
it. So it's not like national citizenship.
No.
She's still a citizen of the country.
Well, no. She's not a citizen of the country, but because where she lives, the local place, they denied it. Basically, the local government said no, she could not be based on her activism.
Was she born there?
No.
It says she's
from the
lived
Netherlands.
there, but
She's been there for 30
she's
years.
not a
all right.
citizen.
So I got it. Okay. I was you got to give me more information. I thought she was born in this country, and now people are whimsically deciding.
No, I said she's been, she's originally from the Netherlands, but she's been living there for 34 years.
Okay,
So
well-
she basically damn near is a citizen.
Not according to those people. So she was too annoying to get citizenship.
And fighting against their traditions that they have there by not
Well,
wanting them to
some
have
traditions
bells
ought to
around.
be fought against because they're wrong.
Yeah, having a bell around the cows.
I don't know what is the significance of the bell or the cows, but yeah, I don't think I care about this.
I don't know, you don't.
Yeah, I
Do you,
don't.
so you don't think we should have this in America?
I don't think I care. That's what I think. The absence of concern.
So there's a question Tyler wants me to ask you that I'm going to ask you.
Is it gonna get both of you slapped?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you hold internal hearings for new people in your life?
Internal hearing. What?
Like, this person's too annoying. Denied. I'm not going to be friends
Oh,
with you.
definitely.
You're like in your head while they're talking, boo, just booing them. Boo.
I just hiccuped. Hope I don't have to hiccup. But no, let me tell you. Make sure I don't have to hiccup. Yes, all the time.
We talked about this. You've seen the movie Inside Out, right?
Yeah.
The Disney one. You know how they have the different emotions.
Yeah, I know the movie.
Yeah, imagine them having a hearing for every person that you meet and how that would go. Yours would be hilarious because all of your people and emotions would be the same.
Everybody would get denied. Except if you make me laugh, you can stay. But I would be. It would be. You talk about strict scrutiny from the Supreme Court.
Your court would be way more strict.
Scrutiny from the McMillan court would be devastating.
I'd be scared to be at that court.
Not
But
good.
yeah, no, that's pretty funny. All right, so we going into our Q&A.
Okay, as long as we pass that story.
Yeah, now we passed that story. I'm not going
Thank you,
to torture
Jesus.
you any longer. Don't worry, Doc.
Just
Okay, this is a question for you.
Yeah.
What made you want to study law?
Law. I didn't study law.
I mean, you went to Harvard.
Nothing. The answer to that question is nothing. I didn't study law.
Nothing made him want to study
Although
law.
I want to thank whoever asked that question for thinking
That you
that
studied law.
I'm adept enough that I studied law. But I did not study law. At all my graduate stops was philosophy.
Yeah.
Well, philosophy or I did go to seminary. So that was religious studies, but I didn't go to law school.
Okay, then what
So-
made you want to study philosophy?
I was trying to figure out the answer to a question.
What was the question?
Who will love me? See how I did that? See how I did that?
Yeah. I'm going to get better at that.
I was just saying, I'm
I
clear.
like that.
I walk around. I may not.
I'm about to start dropping mics all over the place
Listen,
when I get it down,
I
too,
may
just
not
so
walk
you
around,
know.
I may not walk around beautiful like you.
Yeah.
But I got clarity, Doc. I know why I do what I
I'm
do.
going to start, when I get to that point, I'm going
gonna
to drop
get there.
something on somebody and I'm going to just be like, marinate on that. And I'm going to walk off. And I'm going to walk off. They're gonna just be looking at me like,
what?
Boom!
what just happened? But they're going to have something to think about when I
Something to
leave.
think about. Yeah,
I love that.
I was trying to figure out that.
You were trying to figure out who would love you. Did you find your answer?
No.
No, you still?
No.
Are you still looking?
I'm
for the
still
answer?
looking. No. But I figured the more I learned about the subject, the better I would be prepared. So most of my academic work is on what's called axiology. Axiology is the study of value. What we value, why we value something, which is another way of saying what we love, what we
Imagine
desire.
if that was a major in college.
Well, it should be.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I figured the more I knew about why people desire what they desire, why people value what they value, what is the nature and properties of love.
That goes hand in hand with what I studied in college. I feel like I wish that was a major because communication, sociology, and then the evaluation of what we value as people, that would help me as an actor too. That would help me in a lot of ways as a person.
That's what I'm here for. You don't need to go back.
So I don't need to go to philosophy
You got
school.
me. I got you.
All right, I'm
gonna give it all to you for free.
Okay, cool.
Cost me $300,000.
Doc University.
You get it for free.
Cool. I appreciate that. That's real considerate.
No one does Nosey better than me. Photos. We found 378 photos.
He good when he do it, because I don't know how he fell there.
These are years of snooping, okay? I know you nosy too. Head over to Nosey where you can watch full episodes of The Karamo Show and be nosy with me.
Another question. Question number 2. That was a good answer, by the way, also. What was the worst date you've ever been on?
I don't know. Next question.
I mean,
You ain't gonna answer it? You ain't never had a nightmare
No.
date before, ever?
what about you, Rich?
Worst date I've ever. I would have had to take them on it, so it would have just had to be one that didn't turn out the way that I was expecting. So
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Probably just a positive experience.
Probably just a positive experience.
I'm not thinking.
Aaron,
See,
do
get
you
your
believe
head out
that?
the gutter, Doc.
You believe
I
all
wasn't
that
even
Rich was
thinking like
expecting
that.
was a
I'm talking-
positive
I'm-
experience?
I'm over here trying to remind myself of what could be.
Or was
the
he
worst thing
expecting
ever.
some nookie?
I'm trying to think. First dates. I haven't had too many bad first dates.
Doesn't have to be first
I feel.
date.
Yeah, it's just bad dates,
Just
not
date.
first dates.
Okay, so what was the worst date you?
Well, you
ever-
don't. Maybe you don't have bad dates.
Yeah, I'm over here thinking. I don't think.
Yeah, I
I've
don't know
had
why
one.
you're projecting your stuff on us.
I'm not. That's not
You
my
have the
question.
bad dates.
It's not my question.
This was a question from our viewers.
Well, viewer, love you to death, but we don't have them issues.
I'm trying to think.
Bad date? No, I don't have. I can't remember a bad date. Well, the equivalent of a bad date would be somebody not wanting to go out on the date.
Go on one at all.
Now that I have experience. So to viewer, I take it back. That would be a bad date.
I think I got one.
What is it?
I went out with a Dolphins cheerleader when I was in college, and I got to a point.
Sounds like you.
Look, I got to a point though in the middle of us hanging out, and she summoned me through a friend of mine to kick it with me and surprise.
You
her.
told me this story.
Yes, and she got to talking
And you got
talking,
turned off.
and the more she started talking, I was like, "As beautiful as you are, I cannot listen no more."
She was saying a lot of like.
Oh man, it got to the point where she started explaining to me why her coach was making her do extra laps because she got extra 3 pounds of fat or something, and I was like, I can't take no more. I'm so sorry.
And she was very skinny.
She was very skinny and very serious too. Like wanted me to.
Devastated over
You know how you were talking about people be wanting you to join in on whatever
Hold on,
they
let me
mad
pray.
about.
Hold on. Lord, let me get to the place where all I have to worry about is 3 pounds of extra fat. Keep going.
So that was happening, and the more that she spoke, I was like, I had to apologize to her. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I don't think I can do this with you anymore.
Whoa, how did she take it?
She actually took it kind of well, but she was very surprised. It was
'Cause
almost
she's
like,
not
ain't
used to
nobody ever.
Ain't nobody ever said no to me with this body.
Exactly.
With these breastises.
But I was like, if I got to listen to another second, I'm going to headbutt something.
These bosoms.
Yeah, and that was what she led with. And it was never more clear in my mind that I valued way more than just that.
No. You just tapped on something that's actually very interesting, because what people lead with says a lot about them. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
The thing you throw out there the most or 1st is probably the area that you're most confident in,
And focused on.
and it's probably the area you get the most attention and validation for.
I'm trying to lean into it.
So what does she lead with?
Her We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to say that word.
No, but it's okay.
Breasts.
Breast.
It'll be
They came in
inferred.
the door first.
Well, yeah, Lord. She led with the breast.
But no, she definitely led with her beauty first. And it was like, okay, you are beautiful. Everybody knows that. That's a given. We're in Miami, though. I'm going to find somebody else beautiful. But I couldn't even. It was bad, Doc.
It was bad.
It was bad. I'm the nicest person I know. And in that moment, I had to let her know, like, I can't even be nice no more about it. I can't listen to you talk about this. And I don't care. I really don't care. Because I know you're going to turn around and somebody else is
So
going
what
to
was
eat it
the
all up.
value of the experience?
Learning that I value way more than just what's on the shelf.
Yeah, that's the value. You
You
know.
see how I didn't go further?
Yeah, you're getting better.
Getting better.
You
Give me-
know
give me
what
some,
you
give me
know
some,
what
give
you
me some.
don't want.
Give me some.
Oh, my bad.
Thank
I
you.
was.
Leave me hanging.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean. Let's do it again so people don't think I hate you.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what you don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It's
Yeah,
important.
it was very clear in that moment. I was like, I do not want this.
That's good. You
For
need
that
to know
long.
that. What?
I said for that long. I do not want this for that long.
Oh,
It was a joke.
okay. So maybe on a short stint,
Yeah, it was a
an
short.
overnight junket.
Might not even be overnight. It might be a midday, late afternoon junket.
All right, I don't know.
Next question for both of us.
Late in the day, people.
Evening, early evening.
Late in the
Some
day.
of the best times.
Did
What you
y'all know
talking
I could
about?
actually sing?
You've told us, and you keep on telling us.
One of
just
these
like what you
shows,
said.
I'm going to sing, and all of you people are going to be surprised at my hidden talents.
You've said
Do you
this
have a
before,
song
and
that
we've
you
been
would
waiting to
sing?
hear it.
We've been waiting to hear it. No, you've been
This
waiting.
is the second time you brought it up. I've been waiting.
I'm saying I'm not ready to
It's just
Now
like
we
what
know.
you said.
Let it out
What
the
people
bag.
tend to talk about usually is what they.
finish the sentence.
Oh, never mind.
Say exactly.
Because you're going to try to throw
Exactly.
something at me. Next question.
Thank
for both
you.
of us.
Go ahead.
And you talked about this. I don't know if it was our last episode. I think it was. But your thoughts on polygamy. Man with multiple wives and or polyamory. Couples with multiple partners. How do you feel about all of it?
Hey, not my thing.
But to each his own.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I listen. If polygamy is illegal, so let me just say, you shouldn't be
You
doing
can't
that,
marry multiple.
right? Because you will be going to jail. Here at McMillan and Morrow, I may not have gone
In
to law.
America.
I may not have gone to law school, but in this country, polygamy is illegal. So don't be doing that. That is to say, don't be breaking the law. Now, can you be attracted to multiple people and
Yeah, you can have multiple
all of them
girlfriends
all of
or-
them consent to being in a relationship with you? Sure, if that's what you like.
Yeah.
But I just happen to think that it's not something I want. It's not something I want to be a part of. I don't want to share. Like, I didn't want to wait my whole life to find the love of my dreams, and now I got to share it with Tyler. I got to share it with Tyler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing nothing with Tyler.
I feel you.
Oh, cigar?
No.
You know what a lot of women have told me over the years, when a woman or a man really wants something, and this is only women that have spoken on this, that's the only reason why I'm referencing them, but they have said that they will refuse to share it. And that's how you know if they really, and obviously everybody's different, but a lot of women tend to feel that way. And they think, or have the notion, it seems, that if they are okay with that, then they don't really love that
Well, I'm not a
person.
woman, but I happen to agree.
Yeah.
When a man wants something, he knows it. My mama used to say, it don't take all day to recognize sunshine.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. When a man knows what he wants and finds what he wants, I'm not just talking about a woman, talking about or whatever you're
Just
attracted
period.
to. Just period. You know it. You know it when you met
Right
it.
away.
You know it. And if you're willing to let other people have it too, and personally, and again, people, I could be wrong. I'm no expert in I'm not a sex therapist.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert in polyamory. Did I say it right? Polyamory? I'm not an expert in that. It's not my experience. So this is all my subjective opinion.
Absolutely.
All right? Notice how I did that? People on the internet, this camera, this one, this one, this one, this one. You people need to learn how to do that, okay? How to preface and how to condition what you have to say. You're not experts on everything. So I'm not an expert on this subject. My subjective opinion is, I don't think if you really want something, you're gonna let other people have it too.
Yeah.
And I think when these women that you know who say this, I think they may be on to something. Now, of course, if there was a polyamorous person in the room,
Nah.
no, okay, just making sure. I don't think you are. Are you polyamorous? Yes.
I promise this is not my question. I've been in polyamorous relationships.
Really? Let's talk about it, people.
Uh-oh, it just got juicy. We were supposed
We
to go
just
to a
got
break,
juicy,
so we
people.
might have to cancel the break.
I thought share with Tyler was a euphemism.
That's why I was like, oh.
But apparently, reality. So what was that like?
Well, I mean, one of the things you have to face very early on is your own kind of insecurities. The first thing you first are blasted into is like, oh, jealousy, all these things you kind of have to face in order to be
That are
secure in
natural.
yourself and know
Yeah.
like what I'm feeling because I feel I possess her in some way or you know, I should be putting control around her and how she spends her life. But I found that with polyamory at least, it's all down to communication. If you're actually able to communicate on a real level, be like, this is what I'm feeling about, this is who this person is in my life, you can actually have a pretty healthy relationship, but you have to have like a radical level of honesty and communication. So if you
That
can
most
have
people
somebody
don't
you're going to
have.
do that with, then I think it's possible, but I don't think most people are capable of that level of communication. And to be clear, that level of complexity is often broken down. And that's why it hasn't worked in the past. I have tried it, and to some
What
success.
breaks it? Let me cut across the field. What
Sure.
breaks it?
Not really being honest about what your desires are, or what you want, and but it's been different, obviously, in every situation.
Can I be honest with you? I feel like I'm only okay with it if my partner wanted to be with like another female.
That sounds like you.
Same.
Yeah.
That's not, but we don't know
Because
that
I feel like
we
that's
don't know that that's not the case.
because for
with
me though,
our
I
brothers.
feel like it would. It's something that I know I can't be a woman. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, I don't feel threatened by a woman. I don't feel like I got to compete with women
Got
or
it.
anything. So, in that regard, I'm like, if that's what you feel like you need, and I love that person to the extent where I'm willing and can live.
Would
with
you
that,
want to sleep with the other woman too?
It would honestly depend on the situation. I don't know.
But y'all
I'd have to be in it
stand.
to know. I haven't dealt with it to know fully.
See,
but
and you're
that's something you would need permission.
Wait,
from.
let's go to this one.
Aaron, like that sounds gravy to me.
I mean,
Go ahead.
we would have to see, who I'm with, what she thinks and wants.
But you'd be okay with the woman being with another woman?
I think so.
I just don't feel threatened by a woman. And
Would you be okay with the woman being with another man?
I'll say this: I don't know about a full-on relationship with another girl. I don't know about that.
That might be a little bit
Yeah,
far.
Just a little
the
again, I don't know
emotional,
how much
like
I'm-
emotionally,
a little have a little thing.
You can have a little fun, with another girl or
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, no, when it comes to like emotional connection and all that things, I just want me and the person I'm with to be
Yeah,
all about
I'm
each
going
other,
to sound like
nobody
the
else.
old fogey, because I ain't with none of that.
Yeah.
Okay? Bring your ass home. Are we in a relationship, yes or no?
Yeah.
If we are, then we got to figure this out. And if you need other things, I understand that. But that's what makes love different than desire. I disagree.
Yeah.
Love to me is a decision that you make to forsake some of what you want
Your desires.
in favor of what you claim to be most important to you.
Right.
In a situation where you're just sort of indulging all of your desires, then to me, are we having an earthquake?
I don't know what's happening.
like, what the hell
The
is
forces
that?
at me.
Right. God is Tyler, not me. but back to what I was saying, I think that's what makes love different than other expressions. It is a decision
And it takes discipline
to say no or to say yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that what Tyler has isn't love or what you might have isn't love. I'm not saying it's not my definition of what it is. It's not what I would want someone to be deciding.
Absolutely.
Now, I understand that people have desires all the time. You think about being with other people all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Of course you do. You're human. You see sexy people, you want the sexy people.
Yeah.
Right? People don't stop being sexy. I don't know why I'm talking like this.
Yeah.
But you get the point I'm making, right?
Yeah.
However, that's fine. Look all you want. In your private moments where you do what you do, fantasize all you want.
Yeah.
But
And I think it's like what Tyler said, though. It comes down to the communication of actually knowing. Because if,
no,
like
ain't no communication in
No,
that.
but listen, if it was something that kind of like the story about the woman that wanted to sleep with her ex or whatever, I'm like, if it's something that somebody truly wants to do, I can't change that. But I would open the conversation to trying to understand. And if it wasn't something that I felt would completely break the bond that we have,
How could
then
it
I'm
not?
okay. I don't know because I've never been in the situation, is what I'm saying.
I'm saying,
But I'm not saying I'm close
How
to
could it not be the case that you're not thinking on some level, who do you like more?
Because I don't
Or
feel
who are
that-
you with?
Because I feel like women all appreciate each other's beauty. Men is a little bit different sometimes, but women, like, if a beautiful woman walks into the room, another woman is never going to have an issue acknowledging that. And it's almost like, I feel like that attraction level is like understandable, obviously from my standpoint as a man, because I'm attracted to them personally myself. But at the same time, I've just never felt threatened because I'm like, if that's what you want, then that's probably something
we're
you
having
want.
two different conversations.
May I answer that though?
Yeah.
You don't know that if you're in a monogamous relationship. You don't know if they're fully committed to you. You don't know have all these like you have no idea.
That's not. But that, let me because we're that point is almost mute, because what's at stake here is not whether I know something or don't know something.
Yeah.
What's at stake here is, can it be love? We got to clarify the question. Is, can it be a genuine expression of love when you are actively telling me that you are attracted and into and loving other people?
And we fall on different sides of that
Yeah.
equation.
You say yes, I say no.
So
I
are we
say-
talking about love or in love? Because those are two different things.
No, I'm not. Listen, you can be. People are in love with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You meet somebody at the club and you're in love. Then you meet somebody at brunch the next morning and you're in love. I ain't talking about in love.
Okay.
I'm not talking about attraction. My definition of love, and I want to hear yours, my definition of love is a decision to make certain sacrifices.
For that person.
One of those sacrifices where I come from, on my side of the street, is I'm not going to take what I have to offer you and give it to the rest of the
anyone
world.
else. Yeah, I hear that.
Agreed.
I ain't doing that.
I hear that.
I may want to, but I'm choosing to do something else.
Even
And
if both
you
parties.
say what? And I'm not attacking you. You feel
No,
attacked?
no.
Okay,
I'm
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Look,
Good.
I mean, I would define love simply as wanting to see the other person fulfilled in their, to become that which they most seek to be. So and that's going to be different for each person. So my relationship to everyone, my friends too, like love is seeing them be fully actualized in who they wish to be. And my participation in that may vary from person to person. That to me is the essence of love. It's just I want to speak to you in the way so that you can become who you
The
truly
best
wish
of
to
who
be.
you are. Got
Right.
it.
So that's love, and that to me doesn't. It's not siloed in one person. I can't give that to just one person in the sense that I feel like you can give that to many different people. There are different ways in which you give it, and there's no way I could love everyone fully in a sense that, give myself in a like,
entire self.
full impassioned love to every single person I meet. No, because that's time and investment, all those things that come into what love is.
That's why Plato had different kinds of love.
Right. Yeah.
So the kind of love you just described
It's platonic.
is platonic. I wish what you just said for everybody.
Absolutely.
I wish that for people I don't even know, haven't met yet. But I don't have that same sensibility with the person I'm laying next to every day, and that person who I'm sharing my deepest, truest joys, sorrows, heartbreaks, vulnerabilities, brokenness, past. Swapping spit, mixing body fluids. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's my naked ass.
Embracing the creature crazy.
You know what I'm saying? My naked bare ass. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't giving the world my naked ass. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving the world my vulnerabilities. Do I want people to be actualized and all that? Of course. But what makes my relationship with this person different from the one that I have with everybody else, I've made certain decisions. This is where we disagree. For me, love is a decision. It is the moment of choice that one revisits over and over and over again, under different circumstances, under different pressures, under different stresses and traumas, but I come back to the same answer because my reasons are clear.
Yeah.
I don't just love you, I know why I love you. And I'm willing to make certain decisions coming home. And from my perspective, being faithful.
Yeah.
Telling you the truth, respecting you with honesty,
Yeah.
being authentic, wanting you to be a better version of yourself, but not wanting you to be a better version of yourself in such a way that says that you can be anything you damn well please.
You can be everything but one of these things.
But faithful.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You're watching, whoever it is, this future person. You can be polyamorous if you want to, and you're going to be single. Again.
And Tyler has a question for you too. It's our last question before
Oh,
we
well, no, that was.
Are we done?
You
It
good?
was going to completely derail us. So I don't know.
Completely derail us.
I didn't expect this to go as far as.
Oh, okay then.
This went pretty far.
It did.
I mean, I
It did.
could
We
ask
learned a
that.
lot today so far.
We'll be talking to Tyler during the break.
Yeah,
people,
we're gonna have to talk to
after
Tyler
the
on
show.
this break.
And we want details.
All right, when we get back, we're gonna hop into some videos. All right. We'll
Shout
be right
out to
back,
all the
though.
polyamorous people. We love you. Why is that funny?
Because you are hilarious.
Nervous laughing.
Let's take a break.
We're rolling.
All right, we are back. The infamous clap. All right, I got some videos for you.
Keep
You ready
clapping
for this? So let's start with a tough question I don't think I've ever heard. That's what I want to hear.
What?
I don't know. Apparently there's about to be a question that I've never heard asked.
All right, let's go.
We're about to find out.
Who comes first, your spouse or your kids?
You guys are still debating about this, so I'm gonna ask hubby and my sons what they think for our question of the day. Let's go. Question, you guys. Who comes first? Parents or kids?
I'm not really sure why this would be a debate, because to me it's pretty clear. When we got married, I made a vow to you. So you and I are in covenant, and the benefits of our relationship flow down to the children. So my first priority is always going to be my queen. I'm going to take care of her. She comes first when I make decisions. And then that will foster a healthy relationship between us, and the fallout from that benefits the kids.
And I think a lot of people focus too much or prioritize their kids a little too much, and then they do it over their relationship. So now it's this divide, in the household. So it's like you said, if you guys are healthy, your kids are gonna be healthy. If you guys are doing good, your kids are gonna be doing good. If you guys love each other, being loving, being supportive, your kids are gonna reap those benefits.
There really is no priority. I think the only time there's a priority if one person of the family is threatening the other, then that's the only time that question has context or should be answered, right? Because if you're an actual family, it's like a circle, right? And if it's a circle, it should be an equal distance. So that means an equal priority and an equal amount of concern or protection over the people in the family, right? Everybody's supposed to love each other and protect each other just as much. Now, if there's one person in that circle who's threatening another, then that's when the priority should take place. So if a child is threatening the relationship of the parents, or
Can you tell I want this video to be over?
against the wife, then
He needs to concise it.
and that's where
Yeah.
priority takes
All right,
place.
we
But
can-
other than
Yeah,
that,
put
there's
just-
no priority, 'cause you're-
just-
No, I want to hear him finish.
It's almost done.
There's more?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
They thought about the answers, though. They gave detailed answers.
Okay, thank you.
But it was a little too wordy for Doc.
Thank you for that.
There's still one more video. I just wanted to.
No. I'm done. I can't do no more videos. Okay?
Do you agree, though?
I don't care.
No,
It's
but
an irrelevant question.
what if
It's not my question.
Decision
Ask
between the
Aaron.
spouse
Maybe
and
he's
children?
interested in it. I don't.
I didn't pick the video.
No.
I'm just here to evoke
No.
a reaction out of it.
You getting one?
I know. So
I mean, who's most
you
important?
hear other people deal with those issues, though. I
They
think.
do, and they should probably ask.
What
somebody
advice do you
else.
give them, though?
None. Call Dr. Tamer Bryant Davis, my good friend who's a psychologist. I'm being curt because I just think that I'm modeling something. All right. Whenever I respond to a video this way, I'm actually modeling behavior.
Yeah.
I'm not just responding glibly. Let me tell you what I'm
You
doing.
want them to change this?
No, I'm modeling the notion that not everything on a damn screen should be important to me. It's not important to me.
Yeah.
So I have no reaction to something that has no value to me.
Yeah.
I get to determine what's valuable to me.
So if it's not valuable to you, you don't give it no energy.
None. I'm not saying it's not valuable to other people.
I know.
And more people need to do that.
I gotta take these headphones.
Just because you see it on your phone does not mean that you need to have an opinion about it.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
I hear that.
The question in that video is, to me, cliche.
Yeah.
It's not even a serious question. There is no wrong answer to it.
It's all subjective.
It's all subjective.
Yeah.
And how many times have we asked that question? But for most people, you put it on the screen and it flashes on TikTok. Now we all got to talk about it.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
And more people need to model restraint, reserving the best of what you think about something for things that make sense to you and are valuable to you.
So question.
And that ain't one of them.
So question.
What's
if
that?
somebody feels they would get value out of you answering because they look for your wisdom and inspiration, how would you handle that with that being a responsibility of people?
You're asking me what is my answer to that question?
No, I'm asking what is your answer for the people that wanted to hear you answer that question that you deprived of that privilege?
You know what you're doing? Hold on, people. Before you know what he's doing? He's trying to trigger me. He's poking the bear. That's why you're about to spit your water out.
I shouldn't have drank it while I was asking that.
Because you had the devil in you. See? This is evil using
I was
you
just
right
wondering
now.
what you would say to the people that was looking forward to your answer that you just completely
Right.
deprived
I
of.
can't wait to hear what Dr. Sean has to say
Yeah,
about
them people.
which one is more important, the
Just what he
marriage of the
thinks
kids?
about. Somebody was probably like, "Oh, this about to be good," and then you was like, "Yeah, no, we ain't gonna do that next question." And they probably like, "Damn, I really thought he was gonna answer that one."
And then they back it up with, he's supposed to be the monogamy guy. This is supposed to be important to him. But you never know it.
They might be confused.
Listen, one of the things Tyler's learning is you never know with me.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I am a
true.
peculiar,
extremely peculiar
peculiar person.
I might change your name on my phone to Peculiar Doc.
Okay.
You peculiar.
Dr. Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Okay, really? You're jumping in there? Doctor Strange? Yeah. This one. And then this one. You want to get a couple of shots in too, Aaron?
Come on, Aaron. It's free licks.
He won't get you back. He won't get you back, Aaron. Doctor Strange. Peculiar
Come
Doc.
on, you got one waiting for you. Come on. Peculiar
Some
Doc.
sort of doc.
What'd you say?
Well, I gotta think of something with doctor.
Okay. Anyway, the abuse that I'm getting now,
Kevorkian.
people, I can handle it. They did it to Dr. King. They did it to Gandhi. And now they're doing it to me.
It happens.
First, they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. And then you win.
Ooh.
I'm about to win.
One more paternity test. You are the father. One more truth.
And the results for your lie detector test is that you're not telling the truth.
One more excitement. Watch Nosey.
I've chewed up and spit out tougher kids than you.
Anytime, anywhere.
Trust me, I know crazy.
Just download Nosey on your phone or stream it on your TV. What are you waiting for?
But you know, I'll answer the question. Because I don't know.
we force it.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm being forced.
This is peer pressure.
Which one is more important? I think the father.
Well, I guess the question was which comes first.
I think the spousal relationship comes first.
Okay.
For the reasons some of the reasons I think the father
said.
He said. But again,
I made a vow to you.
Yeah.
Before they were even here.
But here's my thing. After we've accomplished and said that, now what?
Now we don't need to.
No. I mean, but now what do we have? We're clear about the parents should love each other.
If that wasn't clear already.
As if that wasn't. What have we accomplished in this conversation? That parents should love each other.
And truth be told, if the answer went one direction or the other, all I could see is that evoking some kind of loss in the other, in the counterpart that's not being addressed as a priority.
But also the assumption is, and I'm not sure. I think the kids, or the younger people in the video, made the assumption that a great relationship between the parents will spill over to the kids
and have great kids.
That's an assumption.
It's a very big assumption.
There's a huge.
I know
assumption.
a lot of great parents.
I do too. Parents who love each other to death, and their kids are up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And their kids can't stay with anybody.
Yeah.
So it's a big assumption.
Yeah.
There is no trickle down.
I liked what he said about it, a family being a circle, though. I've never heard anybody mention it like that, because a lot of times when you hear a family, it's referenced as a family tree. And there's, the tree that trickles down and gets bigger and bigger, as it falls. But when you look at it like a circle and how a family could be more of like a web or like a spider web in my eyes, you know what I mean? It does kind of put it in a perspective of, okay, it's love at the end of the day. There shouldn't be a situation where I feel like I got to prioritize my love for whatever reason to make someone else comfortable.
But again, no disrespect, that's a ridiculous proposition. All right?
I just like the way that you put it.
It's a ridiculous thing to think and to say.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Go for it.
I'm not attacking you.
I know.
I'm not attacking him. But human beings cannot love all things equally at the same time. Okay?
That's why I said it's just love, though.
Remember I tell you what I studied? I do axiology, value theory. What we love, how we rank, how we order what we love.
Okay.
America's the only place in the world that teaches you love everything and be devoted to nothing. No. We love things more than other things.
That's just the reality.
That's just how we're built.
Yeah.
That's how nature wanted us. That's how we make decisions on what we're going to hunt for.
Yeah. And how animals do too.
Exactly. In the animal kingdom, it's clear.
It's very clear.
Right?
Yeah.
A lioness, when she has them cubs, nothing else is more important to her.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is, a lioness will choose them cubs over the lion that helped her mate her. She will fight that lion to keep the. My point is, we don't love everything equally. It's not a circle.
Yeah.
Right? It's something else. I don't know what it is, but it's something else. So.
Can I correct what I was saying on that, though?
Yeah.
Even if that's why I said more of a spider web. I was like, even if it were some sort of connection in that way, I feel like those distances may be shorter at times. Some part of the webs will be longer. Some are going to be closer to, others. But, I was just looking at the entire picture of it, and I'm thinking to myself, who ranks this? And it's crazy that you said that.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Do you think it's true? This is for everybody. Do you think it's true that parents love their kids equally?
No.
Because a parent loves to tell
There's usually always
I
a
love all my
favorite child.
kids the same. You think that's true?
No.
I know I'm the favorite.
You know you're the favorite?
Oh, it's just a lot easier to love.
That's the answer. You think it's true?
Yeah, I think so. I think
that parents love their kids the same.
No. That it's not the same.
It's not the same.
No,
I think it's different, but the levels can be the same, but there's still going to be different forms of love because they're different people with different effects on each other, in my opinion. But it can still be the same heightened level. It's just going to be a different form of that, in my opinion.
That's what I experienced as a parent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't love one of the boys less than the other, but I love them differently.
In different ways.
It's a very different relationship.
Because they're different people, and that makes sense.
It's not the same.
But to, I guess, be in denial of the fact
Now,
that
my
there's
son
no
Caleb would
differences.
say that I love him. He would say, Kovadis is your favorite.
Oh.
But he's not my favorite.
Yeah.
He's just more responsible. I don't have to worry about him burning down the house.
He just easier on your nerves. That's all it is.
Kovadis driving the car to Mexico and getting the tires stolen.
I hope Caleb see this.
I hope he does too. I don't love your brother more than I love you. He doesn't drive me to drinking as much as you do. Okay? He's like, how come you let Kovadis, because I had a Range Rover when I was in Chicago. How come you let Kovadis drive the Range Rover and not me? Because you gonna crash?
You're probably gonna run into something.
Because you drive like an old lady.
Don't mean you love him any less. It's just, you know better.
Like, you ain't driving my car. You could barely walk across the street without tripping. Now you want to drive my car? Not gonna happen. But your brother, I can trust him.
Yeah.
If I say to Kovadis, hey man, I need you back here at 10:13. Kovadis gonna be there at 10:10.
So you're gonna be there early.
He's gonna be there early.
What about Caleb?
2:00 in the morning. Pops, let me explain. No, you can't explain. Pops,
it's too late. It's too late. The explaining period is already passed.
2 hours.
I don't even care to let him hear the explanation.
Pops, let me explain. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is so funny. And,
actually turned out to be interesting.
It did. And there was a final question on it. Do you think parents forego the relationship for their children at times?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is, to the father's point in the video, is a violation of whatever he called it, covenant. But it's a violation of the fundamental agreement
Commitment
that the two
that
of you
they
have.
made to one another.
But let me say this too. Sometimes you have kids that require that they come first.
Yeah, that's true.
You have special needs kids.
Yeah.
You have kids that have mental illness, right? It's a different situation. So we're all talking in these these idealistic scenarios.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, if one of my kids came out with a deficiency, he would be first.
Yeah.
Have to be. But again, don't act like somebody ain't first.
Exactly.
We all have somebody who's first for us, and we all need to know who that is.
Do you think it's important to know the reasons why?
But they can't be first without reasons.
Exactly.
Love, you never love anybody without a reason.
My question for that was because I think a lot of people do it naturally, but they may not be aware of why.
Then it's not a reason.
Okay.
A reason that you're not aware of is not a reason.
Well, a lot of times we see stuff that we understand that most people are caught up in that, and they don't get it because they're in it. You know what I mean? And they're just doing it out of habit or instinct.
But what I'm urging people to do is to be in touch with those reasons.
Yeah.
Why do you date someone? Why do you why are you committed? Why are you whatever
That's
it
what I
is?
wanted to know.
Love can have reasons and not have conditions. They're not the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I love you if you I love you if you do this. You're saying I love you because of this reason, because you are who you are, blah 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 blah. Love needs reasons. I don't care what anybody tells you. God doesn't love you for no reason. God may have no conditions, but God has a reason, and the reason is He made you. You are an extension of the divine. So when the divine looks at you, the divine sees the divine self. And how can the divine reject itself?
Yeah.
So you're loved. God has reasons, and we need to know what our reasons are. So whatever kind of relationship we're in, right? We just had a whole thing about being poly or being monogamous or gay, straight, trans, lesbian, whatever it is. You need to know why you love somebody. Because let me tell you something. When it get hard, being sexy ain't gonna be enough.
That why is gonna come into effect.
It's when I can't tap into your beauty or how you make me feel, I have to have access to my reasons. And if they're shallow reasons, they won't survive the storm.
Absolutely. That's what I tell people that are getting into acting. I'm like, you got to understand why you're doing this, because there's going to come a day where that's going to be questioned. And if it ain't strong, you're going to give it up or it's going to break you.
Let me say this. And I think that families, we've idealized family. A part of the reason why that video kind of annoyed me is because we just have this idealized.
It's all sociological.
Family,
It really is.
Let the women of the family go ask the men what they. Not all families are constructed like that way.
Not at all. Not all people are constructed the same.
I mean, I respect that, and I think it's great, but I don't want anybody to see me on television trying to make that as something it's
meaningful, more meaningful to you than it actually is.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Got it. Cute.
Got it.
Y'all are cute. We appreciate it. It's cool.
So we got a few minutes left. We could.
Let me say this real quick. A few minutes left.
Okay.
This is that's my name up there.
Yeah, got you. I was just letting you know.
I'm talking to him.
Oh.
Mr. Few Minutes. Because somebody needs to stand up for families who don't look like that. Maybe that's why that triggered me so much.
Yeah.
Because who asked the single mom? Right?
Yeah.
It was so cute to ask the cute little family.
The whole perfect put together Huxtables.
Now I'm tapping into why it triggered me.
Exactly.
So who asked your mama? Who asked mine? Who asked your mama? Because we come from. Nobody asked them.
Who comes
These
first?
little cute questions. Because they didn't have the option.
The options, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was grabbing love and giving it the best that they could.
They had to work with what they had.
Yeah. So don't bring me
into that.
Don't bring me that.
Yeah, you come from a different place.
Yeah, don't bring me that. You know what I'm saying? Bring me love where or bring me a question about love where it's clear that we just giving it.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody in here needs it.
Amen.
Everybody in here needs it.
You're right.
Now, I'm not loving everybody at the same level because I'm a human. I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have time to sit in my little nice living room on my comfortable chairs and parse out, these cliche questions.
Yeah.
I need to love you while I'm on my way to work because I work 2 jobs. And I'm the only parent you got.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hear you.
No, listen, I'll throw this.
See, you always trying to throw something.
Listen, that just got me fired up.
For real though, because that's the reality of most parents' situations. It's a blessing to be able to have what they have, but at the same time, majority of people aren't in that situation where they have that many options, and there is even a decision to be made between having to prioritize. At the ground and base level, most people are doing the best with what they got, and that is part of being human too.
Yeah.
So I feel like this was a good episode, man.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you feel good? You want to leave us with anything meaningful on our way out the door?
Yes. Are you ready, people?
Let's go. Stop the clapping of the hands. What's wrong with you?
What? No, it's different when I do it. I'm not signaling.
Oh, because your name's on top.
Well, partly. and I'm not signaling talk. When you do it, it's like, okay, talk.
No, it's
like
almost like action.
Yeah, no, it's not. But you need one of those things.
I know we don't
people,
have one.
Thank you for tuning in. We've had a very interesting discussion, don't you think?
It was.
Learned a lot of things about a lot of people.
A lot of people.
And most of all about myself. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's not what you learn about other people that matters. Knowing more about them will not help you in any way. The discussions you have with other people about their lives should always lead you back to yours. Mm-hmm. So sit at that river, drink from that well.
We discover ourselves through other people.
And then you'll be blessed. See you next time.
Till next time. Marinate on that.
Be beautiful.
The content on McMillan and Morrow is provided as commentary on news and current events for entertainment purposes.
Hey, everybody on the YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, make sure you like and comment and share, because we got to spread the joy, people. That's how it goes. See you next time.